Hey Mark, Rob, Swing Business Pro. Just wanted to get your video out to you. What I'm going to do right here is just let a couple of swings run. You've made some great progress, and I really appreciate the hard work you put in. It's fun working with clients like you because you do put the work in and you're making the progress, and your game is getting better and better. So for right now, I'm just going to let a couple of strokes run. Then I'll come back and I'll do a little critique, a little help out. This is not going to be a long video because you're doing so many good things. And as I told you before, I'm not going to harp on the good things. I'm going to just tell you the bad things we're doing. So first of all, I'm just going to let it run for a couple of swings. So sit back, relax, and if I feel the need to jump in, I will. But if I don't, I'm just going to let this run for a couple of swings. And here we go. Silence is deafening. Alright, I'm going to stop that and I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit more. This is after we talk just a little bit. Again, going to run it, let you watch. Watch a couple more and then I'm going to jump in, okay? Alright, I'm going to jump ahead one more time again. This is after we've talked and worked it a little bit more. And here we go. Nice. Okay. Now I am going to stop you and we're going to talk a little bit. Okay? I'm going to back you back up to this swing right here and get you all set up for it. Right. Like I said, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Good stuff is good stuff. All right. So I've got your weight balance here. We've got that completely under control. Now we're on those balls of our feet. Secondarily, we've got our spine angle. Spine angle is good, good, good. I want it to be great, great, great. I need it to come back another 3 to 4 inches. Get this chin up, okay? We're still having a little bit of blockage there, and you're retarding your backswing the way I wanted you to, so it's not affecting you as greatly as it was, where you're not getting a huge bend in your left arm, but you are still accomplishing that, okay? So I'm going to move you forward. Here we come through. We're going to get halfway back. Get you halfway back if I can get it. I can't get it on this one, but it looks good. Okay, so here we go. Take you forward just a little bit more. So we get back to the top. Here we go, back to the top. We're at the top right now. Look how tight you're tucked in. I really, really like this. Okay, really, really tucked in to the right hand side. Relatively straight. Okay, the only reason that we don't have completely straight is because that head, see this area right here that we've got back here, if that was back, this chin would travel underneath. So right now our shoulder is above our chin. So let's get that head back. Last thing, head back. The big thing we're fighting right now, Mark, is making that dip with that right hand shoulder into the impact zone, and I want us to stop that. And the way I told you to isolate that thing and the drills that we worked on, please work on those, and let's not activate that shoulder until we make impact. Once we make impact, I want you to bring it all the way around. As I told you, I want that club coming all the way around your back, complete weight transfer and everything else, okay? So I'm going to take you forward a little bit, and this is where we start to drop in the slot, and as I told you, I'm going to draw a line in here just to show you. We're at the top of our backswing right here now, and I'm going to draw a line on the club face right here. And I told you before, if we were to cast, the first move is going to be to this side, all right? If we're going to slot, the first move will be to this side. All right, and if I bring you forward slowly, frame by frame, you'll see the very first move you make is inward. There you go. Nice slot. Very nice. And it's all because of this tucked in right elbow right here. Very nice work, my friend. Very nice. Here we go. Bring you on through. Coming down. Now we're not as drastically shooting that arm through, all right? And the reason I know that is because, as I told you, these two are connected. If you throw your right elbow at it, I apologize, if you throw your right shoulder at it, that left shoulder is going to back out. And as we see on this one, it really isn't that much. Here we go. Bring on through a little bit right there. We're not quite at impact, and you can see right up here, it's starting to back out just a little bit. Okay, come through, rotate our hands. Nice. So we've got a little bit of dip We've gone forward. I don't mind that as much. We stayed in our knee flex really, really well. If I highlight that knee flex, we stayed in it really, really nicely. And the rotation of our hands, I'm going to look at our hands real quick. That's beautiful, Mark. That's right where I want it, okay? When you release that club head and you released it properly and on time, look where this ball is going. I'm going to go up. Okay, that's dead straight down the middle right there, all right? So the thing we're fighting, again, is that right shoulder dip. And the way I've told you we're going to correct that is make sure we're making a more level hip turn. So here we go. I'm going to jump you up in this one. And I think this one right here is after we've talked about that. Let me run you through real quick. And here you go. Get you in here and see what I got. Drop. Yes, much more level hip turn. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to draw your hip line in here so you can see it for yourself. Hip line's here. Okay, setup is nice. Still want that head back. Got to have that head back because you're going to block with that chin. We're not going to be consistent. Got to get that head back for me, please. Good 3-4 inches. Remember, last thing is our key stroke. Head back, then pull the trigger, right? Knee flex is beautiful. Halfway back position is really nice. I'm going to go frame by frame with you here. Get you back here. Stop you right here. This is ideal. Very nice, my friend. We talked about flat, 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 and right down the target line. You have accomplished that very nicely, all right? The only thing my problem is, again, is this head. I got to have it back. It cannot be up here. It cannot be pointing down like that. I've got to have room for the shoulder to clear up and under my chin, okay? But to watch I drew in that green line for your waist turn. Here we go. Okay, again, we got a little bit of blockage, but not horrible. You're dropping in the slot. Now, this is a much level turn, Mark. Okay, much level. See how that line is staying? You haven't even really started to move that left hip. Let me back this up. Get you in here in a blue so you can see this. This left hip hasn't even started to turn out. And that's what we talked about, keeping that level turn into the golf ball, right? All right, here we go. Bring it through. Now you're coming into impact. Good. Good. Very nice. Now, if I look at this angle that we've approached here, this is a normal golf swing, okay? This is what we're looking for. This is what we had. This orange one is what we had before. Pardon me, wrong tool. Let me grab the right one. Let me do it in blue so you can highlight a little bit better. But this is what we had before. We were way down here, okay? And you were coming way out here with your head. So it was making your angle of attack into the golf ball change drastically from stroke to stroke. Until we were able to eliminate that manipulation of that right shoulder diving down into it. That's why I wanted you to take that ball, toss it up in the air a couple times. It's a little light thing. We don't have to kill it. You know, we don't have to hit it hard. We have to hit it correctly. Your hand release is nice, nice, nice. When I look at it here, I'm going to highlight for you. Beautiful rotation right there. And the results, as they say, proof's in the pudding. Here we go, right down, straight down the middle, and I'm going to, boom, there you go. You're right down the middle on that. So much, much nicer hip rotation level. Let's work on rotating that hip, isolating that right-hand shoulder so it's not dipping down until we're making a rotational turn with our hips in a very balanced and in plane line with our hips. So it's more of a flat turn with our hips, okay? So those are the things, and plus that checklist I gave you for you to work on before we went away the other day. Work on those. I mentioned to you last time, you said you'd been watching your videos and throwing them away. Don't want you to throw them away anymore. Put them in an archive, put them in a file, put them somewhere. You know, we've got several more, probably 8 or something more in our coaching sessions. I want you to have these to look back at, all right? Please do not discard them. Okay, so for right now, I want to appreciate your business. I appreciate your time and your confidence in me. You're doing really, really well. It looks like day and night. And I do have those records from the very beginning. And at the end of our session, I'm going to show you what you started out like and what you ended up like. You're becoming a golfer, my friend. That's straight down the middle. So for right now, I'm going to thank you for your business and wish you a quick, big, warm aloha.